I was born and brought up in a Hindu family. Socially it is known I was born in a Dalit family. And when I was 3 years old, my father died. My mother was, at that time, she was only 35 years old. And I grew up in a very difficult situation because I was born in a very poor family. And my mother has a great influence upon me in Hindu culture, Hindu religious activities, and thoughts and ideas. When I was 8 years old, some missionaries from South India migrated in 1975 and they preached the gospel of Jesus Christ. Till those time, there was no Christian at all in my whole district. And one of my relatives, he became the first Christian in my village, and there was a great persecution upon him. Basically, persecution, he was Dalit who came to the Lord, and persecution by the Dalit. Later on, when I was 8 years old, I participated in a VBS program. The young girls, 4 or 5 girls, they came over there and they arranged the VBS program, and I participated in that, and I was one of the brilliant students. And so those girls, students, they offered me, they gave me New Testament, and all other children were given toys and other things. So I was very angry at them. I thought, what I will do with this book? If I will get plate or toys, anything I can use, I can play as something. But as a child, I could not understand the plan and purpose of God in my life. My father was not there. My mother is completely illiterate. She is no education. In 85, there was famine, drought, and in that time we had no food for 2 days. I was without food, and I cried and I told my mother, I need food. She told that, don't cry, and God will provide food for her. But in those times she don't know Jesus Christ, but she believes in God. After 2 days, God provided food for us, and she used to send us to school, but we had no books, proper books, clothes, anything. But anyhow, we could study up to 10th standard. Unfortunately, I came to a very bad company. He told me about cinema. That cinema is cinema. In cinema, there is a photo, and photo speaks, cries. There is every type of action. Till that time, I never been in the city or any modern place. So it was amazing. It was a very wonderful thing. After hearing that, I started thinking, how can a photo speak and cries? I asked him to take me to the cinema theater, and he told me, you should bring money. And he taught me stealing money. I stolen money, more than 5,000, and some of jewels from my home, and this I given him. But that fellow, he took me to the first time in the city, and he provided food in the hotel, and I said that money is not sufficient for cinema ticket, because I was innocent, I do not know. After 1 year, I was one of my relatives' village, I became unconscious. When I came in sense, many people were crying around me. When I came into sense, I asked why you were crying. I do not know what happened. And they said, you became very sick. For that reason, for 6 years I had that type of problem. And I lost my hope. And I was thrice failed in my high school. I was not able to go to school. My mother did not took me to any doctor. She used to take only sorcerers and magicians because my people lives in superstition. And I can tell at least 2-3 hours how magicians deals, what is their motive. I can tell out of my 6-year experience that magicians have two motives: raising money, collecting money, and another, they spoils women. Then when I thought that I have done wrong, I did sin, but I don't know real meaning of sin, what is sin, this, but I heard from my family, I was taught that I have done wrong karma. Sin concept is not there, but wrong karma, because I have done wrong karma of wrong action. I stolen money in past, that is why I am suffering. Then in my village, the missionary who came to the Lord, who came to preach the Lord in my village, I could see the Christ moving in their life. When they came to my village, they slept with us, they eat what we eat, they identified with us. And the greatest factor which led me to accept Christ, that is the love of Christ, which I could see in the life of people of God. Not only missionaries, but those who accepted the Lord, they were changed. They were rubbish people. They were so bad people. After coming to the Lord, their life was changed. I started having fellowship with the missionaries, and then my family came to know that I am having connection with them, and they became very angry at me. I was called, one of my family members, he said, "You are going to church." I said, no, I am not going, because I was afraid. My illiterate mother told me, "My child, you should not go to church, because if you go to, then this whole family, our people will excommunicate us." So I asked why. She said, Christians are nor Hindu, or neither they are Muslim. They are British people. They eat beef. They give money. If you accept Christianity, they will give you a daughter also. Now, 15 years before I came to the Lord, in 1993 I took baptism, but I started following my Lord in 87. At present I am 33 years old. Till now nobody has given me money, and nobody has given me daughter. Still I am single, unmarried. This is all hypocrisy. Nobody forced me to eat meat. And they said that they are foreigner. But after studying Hinduism, I came to know that Aryans are not Indian. They are foreigner. We Dalits are original Indian. And they attacked us in such a way. So I want to tell you that because of my family fear, 3 years I was as a secret believer. I could not express my faith publicly. When my family used to sleep, when they slept, then in the night I used to read Bible. Once I was very much depressed when thrice I was failed in high school. I was thinking that I will die. It is good for me to commit suicide. There is no hope for me. And that day I opened my box, I started reading that same New Testament which I was given in previous program, and Lord taught me the Matthew chapter 16:26. For what will it man if he profit whole world if he loses his soul or life? And another this John 3:16. So when I started reading, I started gaining hope. The Holy Spirit started working in me. I started having fellowship, and when I was opposed by my family, I used to pray in sugarcane field. when my family sleeps, then I used to read Bible. Then I felt that I should leave my home because I cannot express, I cannot love my Lord. But one thing I was very much engaged. In fact, my mother became widow in 35-year-old. I don't want to leave, and I also wanted to save my people. So when I was reading book of Acts, there is a verse, it's written, if you believe, you and your household will be saved. And by that word, that day I started praying, and continuously I prayed with tears, and I lived a very model life. God helped me to live a model life. I sacrificed my life for my family. In 90, my mother became very sick. She has hemorrhage, bleeding. I took my mother to one of the most famous doctor in my district, and he said, I will give medicine and she will get relaxed but not cured. And you have to take her to a big medical college where she need to be operated, and it needs 14,000 rupees. In those days we had even 500 also. It was very difficult. I cried, if my mother will die, who will look after me? I went to the same missionary servant of God, and we started crying. They said, don't worry, we will pray for you and God will heal you. And they wrote a letter. I went to a Christian hospital. There my mother was treated. It was first time I could see a doctor in my life that he loved us as his own brothers and sisters, and before giving medicine they prayed. A doctor is praying before me, and my mother we spent only 350 rupees and my mother was healed. Till now there is no problem at all to my mother, and my mother was healed. Then my mother decided that Jesus has healed me, even my children will leave me, even they will expel me from the home, I will follow Jesus Christ. So my mother became Christian in 90, and she took baptism. But I didn't take baptism. I want to investigate really what is Christianity. So 3 more years I investigated. In 93 I took baptism. Because of my mother healing, my elder brother, he also came to the Lord, and his wife also came to the Lord. So at present my whole family is in the Lord. And when I was healed completely, I passed a high school, and I told to Lord, if you would have not come into my life, I would have died. So this life is given by you, and I am committing my life in order to preach your love to my people, to my nation. So in 95 I committed my life to preach the gospel. The year we came to the Lord, my nephew got paralyzed, polio attack. So whole my village, they said they have left their own native God. That is why the native God became angry and he paralyzed his own. But I motivated, we prayed. Even today his one hand is not proper, is working. But we said no problem. We are human beings, we will die one day. God is with us. We did not leave our faith, and we proceeded towards God. Then I had little field. My family members, we used to irrigate our field from our own family, other family members. They used to give water to irrigate the year we came to the Lord, they did not give us water to irrigate our field, and our whole crops was destroyed. So they said, we don't give water to Christians, those who became Christians. So my own people have persecuted. They persecuted. After 6 years, we progressed so much. At present, my family who did not give us water to water our field, he don't have any boring or any tubwell to irrigate. But at present we have 2 tubwells. Now we are giving them water. So God had changed. I was thrice failed, but now I was one of the best students in my BTH Bible college. When I went to Bible college, in 95 I joined OM India, and I worked 5 years. 5 years with OM India as a evangelist, team leader, and also I established a English medium school for Dalit and children, women. In summary, I want to tell you one thing. What I was doing 15 years before, after coming to the Lord, today I do not do. Jesus has changed my life. I had, being as a Dalit child, I had an inferiority complex. My psychology was very down to know, not to think. I was very fearful. But since I have received the Holy Spirit, I can speak anywhere. I don't offer to anyone. The work of Holy Spirit enables me. I work in all over North India, and God has given me a great opportunity to work. So it's a great privilege for me to share my testimony. At present in my village, 100 Christians are there. Where there were no Christian, today is 100. We believe that days to come, my whole district will be a district for Christ. I love to preach the gospel. I love to see the people come to the Lord Jesus Christ. I like the greatest thing which Jesus has done, that He has given His life and His commandment, as I have loved you, you should love others, your own brothers and sisters. So He motivated me day and night. I have been motivating day and night to work for my people. When salvation, when I started reading Bible, I could find, I have read Ramcharitmanas, the one of the most famous religious texts of Hinduism, in my place. I read Bibles. When I started reading Bible, I could find the Bible as one of the most democratic books. And salvation is not going to river or not going to any other place. The salvation is the restoration of a human image, God's image in human life. So I praise God for that, that God has restored my image. So here when I came to God, and Jesus, He loved the unlovable. When I started reading the Bible, He loved the Samaritan, He touched the lepers, He eat food with the tax collectors, He has friendship, even He was called as a friend of sinners. So I could find that Jesus is my Lord. Here is Jesus who is a Dalit. When I saw his cinema, he was beaten very badly. He was crucified, and he was not allowed to speak even the sentence also. I could see the same situation, even Dalit in India. They are being persecuted, but they are not allowed to speak a cry also. So I could realize that Jesus is the God of Dalits. I could find my identity in Jesus, and Jesus empowered me. Like me, He empowered the millions of people who has no identity in this world. And I came to know that this is the real God who can empower me, who can give me. And He said, I have created you in my own image, in the image of God. So equality, fraternity, the freedom, the salvation, the real salvation I experienced when I came to the Lord. And Jesus said, I love you. And still He not only, He taught me to pray, He said that I will be with you always. He is promised. No God is there who promised that I will be always with you. He is not one day, 2 days, but always He is with me. So today, there was a time I was filled thrice in high school. Today I am a master. I am a master in philosophy and religion. Jesus changed my even intellect. I was not able to study, but I become. Jesus made me as a manager of English medium school. This is empowering of, this is the power of Jesus Christ who empowered me. Many teachers and one principal was under me. A person who was failed thrice in high school became manager of an English medium school. I never studied English. My all education, I got my all education in Hindi medium. I learned English by reading Bible. The Holy Spirit empowered me, given me knowledge, power, and understanding mind to study. And it is all I have learned because of His gospel, because of His Spirit and power. So, there is only way for Dalit of India to get salvation, to get empowered, to get peace and life, a new life, and new kingdom. That is only Jesus Christ, through Jesus Christ. I was zero. Now, in my place, I am recognized among the Hindus also, my relatives also. But it is not because of my capacity, but it is grace and the blood of Jesus Christ and power of Holy Spirit. So all glory goes to Jesus, who is my Lord, my Master, my Swami, and my Guru, and my bridegroom. So let His kingdom come and His name be glorified. And this is my desire, that my whole Dalit people should come at His feet. I like that Jesus is the only God who said at last time that till now onward I will not tell you as a servant, but you will be my friend. He is a king and he is a friend. He is my brother even. So he impressed his whole life, impressed me to become a leader. One thing, the greatest, another thing is he impressed his life. He being a God of gods and Lord of lords, he washed the feet of his disciples. What a humble God. He told that I came to destroy sin, not sinner. But all Hindu God came into this world to destroy sinner, not sin. That is a difference between Jesus Christ and the Hindu God. If I follow the Hindu God, I will be destroyed, not my sin. And they have destroyed our people centuries by centuries. So Lord, Jesus cannot be compared with any Lord or any God. He is a God of everything. May His name be glorified.